I think it is display capture, yes. Okay. Okay. So I looked at this video ahead of time and wrote some notes. Is it like 9 firm?
What?
Do you have to leave at 9 firm?
Something like that. Yeah, 9:30.
Okay. I wanted to go through this with you. Let me just...
Yeah, I had a lot of wasted sleep darts.
Yes, did. But I want to, before I go into this, I like made a little sheet for you that goes into everything.
Oh, wow.
I put it like, look at this. I did the little matrix.
Oh, like that Jane matrix he does?
Yeah. And I would argue that these would be positioning too, to be honest. But yeah, positioning is obviously going to be my overarching theme on this. So let's take a look at your 2 Pharah deaths before you rage quit the Ana. And I'm gonna eat while doing it because I'm freaking starving.
You just order your food?
Hmm?
You just order your food?
I mean, like an hour ago.
Oh.
I have no car. I'd go grocery shopping. See right there, right there, right there, right there. See where you're at? No. You see this? Obviously you do because you're about to get shot by her. There you go. You should probably be over here somewhere. Like, maybe making pot shots and then you see she's here and then probably be more careful and duck recover. Take a lower ground. You don't have to be 100% up in the air just because you're far up. Especially against a Widowmaker. So, you're always out in the open. So, you should have been hugging that corner a little bit more. And then I think you're about to do the same thing again.
Clearing the area.
I don't know what that was about.
I don't know if I was switching. I might have been switching screens.
Oh, that's whatever. See, you should be back behind that corner a little bit more. This is okay. Definitely kill that bastard. Get him. Alright, good. Okay, this. You should stay right there. Or less. So you should have been more around that corner again. Because, oh, poopy. Let me get this thingy.
What is that called? Epic Pen?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I know I have an update. Get out of here. I tried to update it and it wanted me to pay. You're dumb. Where was my... Okay. So, you know, there's like the, coming from spawn, there's like this corner, and there's this corner, and then Widow's over here. And you're flying out here. Don't do that. You should, if you're gonna be, hang around this edge a little bit, put in a couple pot shots, and make sure Skink right here can't shoot you. Because you're just kind of like hanging out there in a very predictable pattern. Because even when you're just hanging up there, you're still just, you're not moving, you're just like stationary in the air. You know, like it's easy pickings. So both times you died, you were right here, and you should have been at least down here. And you don't need to be...
I die right there as well.
Well, then you lose altitude. Or if you feel like you're being countered too hard, I would just switch. Because honestly, you need to learn to stay out of the sight lines. Or the DPS if you don't think you can handle it. So, because every time I see you, you're right here, middle of the road, up in the air, hanging there, doing nothing, you know, like, I mean, you're not doing nothing, but you're just kind of like, you're not really maneuvering, you're not juking, you're not like, I don't know if you can AD strafe in the air, because honestly, I don't play Pharah, but either way, Pharah, is it just hanging in the middle of the air, like how you do? I loved it when I played Widowmaker, because you know I have like over 90 hours on Widowmaker, right?
Yeah.
And I have 150 on Ana. Needless to say, I know sightlines, and I'm telling you how I used to shoot the shit out of Pharaohs, and I still do. So that's why I keep telling you, like, you say you're not you say that you're in a good position, but you're really not, because you're making it really easy. And if you are going to jump up in the air, make your path like unpredictable. You know, serpentine. I don't know if you can do that in the air, but pretty sure you can at least, you know, make your altitude kind of unpredictable and move left to right. So yeah, here's where you switch to Anna. And you said it was Lijiang Tower that you were wondering about positioning on?
Just any map.
Okay. I can show you that after this if you have time.
Okay.
Okay, so right there, you knew the Doomfist was in that general direction, but I don't think he even quite landed yet, or he had just landed and would have been like invulnerable. And second, you actually had no line of sight on him. So I know you don't.
Someone else was shooting me.
I mean, still, like,
On the other side.
I know you don't play Anna, so I'm not gonna try. I'm trying not to be too harsh, although I did write up a lot of stuff for you. So I was harsh in my notes, but like on stream, I'm not gonna be too harsh on you. Oh, hey Lolo. Sorry, I had the screen minimized. So I don't, like I said, I know you're still learning her, so you're not as comfortable, and you're probably thinking of more in terms of DPS, and I saw that a lot when I was watching this earlier. So, yeah, but I would definitely make sure that you can at least see the Doomfist, because he was like right here, and you were shooting your dart over here without knowing even where he was. So, make sure you do that. I also noticed that you never scope in. I mean, you have a sniper rifle. Blah, sniper rifle.
Scope in on who?
I mean, like, especially people who are in distance, that was completely useless. Don't do that. See, okay, right here is another thing. As far as sightline, so like Widow is, you cannot see that. Maybe I should make it a little bigger. Can I make it a little bigger? How do I make it bigger? Lolo, help me. How do I make it bigger? Wait, here we go. Okay, so Widow is up here. There's like a ramp. Ryan is right here with the big old shield like this, huh? And then you're here, maybe. No, you're a little bit more back here. Do you see what's kind of wrong here?
Was I too close to him?
No, you were not close enough. There's your head.
Oh, okay.
So if you're gonna walk up with Ryan, be on his ass. You're a little baby right there. So especially if you're on a ramp. So that's like another thing with like Reinhardt. Like if you're going into play up against a Widowmaker, you need to make sure your team's on your ass if you're pushing with Reinhardt, and you basically gotta be a shield bot. So I'm sure your Reinhardt probably knows that by now, and you're not used to playing beyond range shield because you're far main or you're Rein himself. So yeah, make sure your team's on your ass if you're going up against a Widowmaker, to make sure that your team is, you know, not in the line of sight of Widowmaker. Even if you have your shield up, she can still shoot over your shield, or, you know, to the left of it or to the right of it. You know what I mean? So you had just done that, and I think you get, no, you don't get, yeah, you do get killed here. But either way, so Ryan's about to turn around, and you put yourself in between him, which he shouldn't have been turned around like that anyways, knowing that there's a Anna right behind him and a Widowmaker up shooting at them. But you put yourself in between the range shield and the Widowmaker either way, so you're putting yourself in complete unnecessary danger. See, look at this. I mean, Widow's behind you. Wait, was that you or the VOD? It was the VOD. Okay.
I heard the VOD.
Okay. I did hear a lot of nice callouts from you though, so but I'm gonna turn it down. That sleep, like I said, you need to make sure you have somebody in line of sight, but also you were like way too far up. Your team was back here and you were up here. That was kind of uncalled for. But had you not wasted that, had you not wasted that nade, senselessly on the Rhine and stuff as you were walking up, you could have threw it at that and got like 3 people with that nade. And also with that Rhine, just step to the side, man. Like, come on. Like, you saw that coming a mile away.
I know, but like sometimes I either think it's not gonna suck me in, or like I'm far enough. But like other times, like where you're directly in front of him, it doesn't ping you. But
Yeah, and
that just sucked me in.
Yeah, your team is. Yeah, he's got like a ridiculous range on that charge. That's a nice sleep, especially if you're jumping up in the air. But you're still way far ahead, especially since you were still in the Widow's sightlines, and your entire team was dead. So that was kind of silly. So I know, like, you play Hanzo, but still, it's not like really a sniper rifle. But you need to. I mean, you're not thinking like a sniper, but like I said, you're not used to it, so I can't fault you too much. But you gotta. I mean, I think it's a good call out on that Hammond. By the way, I know that you called it out. That was nowhere near your target, but that's. I think what I had learned was that May's icicle was really close to the projectile speed of her sleep dart. So I took like a day or two, like just practicing May, I think, just to get the projectile speed. But honestly, the best way, if you're really gonna learn Anna, is just Anna. Yeah, I mean that's good for quick scoping. Obviously, since you don't scope in at all, that's going to be harder for you at this current point in time. And also, throwing your nade actually kills those bombs, but you want to make sure you at least get Hammond in it too. Just FYI. Yeah, you could also kill with Rhine's shield and Brigida's shield, Transcendence.
I know Rhine's shield does it; just destroys it like bad.
Yeah, I think her nade does like 80. No, I don't know. You know, I don't know 100% numbers, but I'm pretty sure that they do kill them. So, yeah. Yeah, don't do that. That was dumb. You should have scoped in and shot her, and from behind cover, you were kind of just standing out there. You really like standing out in the open. So, honestly, I feel like I have better positioning after I get done playing PUBG. I'm not gonna lie. Because their death is so final, that I tend to be more careful, and I usually play sniper rifle and PUBG too. But it kind of like scares the shit out of me. It makes me nervous. So if you have that, like, think of it in terms of that, if you can. I know that sounds kind of weird, me saying play PUBG, but I really like PUBG. Okay, I mean that was a nice try with the nade, but yeah. I would also try to stagger your cooldowns, because you shouldn't have been that close to the ledge, knowing that there was a ham in there. You and Brian. So that's why I think I marked that one as game sense. But try to stagger your cooldowns. That way you at least have something to protect yourself or your team. Because if you use them both at the same time, then, I mean, you're just kind of, like, left there for, like, 10 seconds without anything. You know what I mean? See right there? That's, like, the only time I've ever seen you scope in the entire game. And you missed both of your shots.
I scoped in round 3. I don't remember round 2.
Either way, I think you still had 0% scoped accuracy at the end. I'm gonna roast you. And you also are the main healer, and you still have secondary, like, silver healer.
Yeah, I know, because I died a lot there.
Yeah, and you're just not doing enough healing, but then again, you need to get used to her. I have a feeling like I know I don't like their samosas, and I don't know why. Yeah, these smell funky, that's why. I don't like their samosas. I got free samosas for some reason. Yeah. No. Okay, Okay, alright, I mean, it was a nice try. I would have called it out though. Missed the sleep. See, I mean, you kind of staggered it out a little bit, so that's better. But that Ryan's a bot. But see, it would be nice to be able to sleep the Reaper, you know?
Yeah, but I missed.
Yeah, I mean, even if he's coming up behind you. So you know that they have a Genji and a Reaper, right?
2 flankers, yeah.
Yeah. So you should probably use your dart more for defense than offensive. Which I think you do some, but yeah, I would be calling for retreat here. Just let Widow die. Just get back in there. Go. Get. Alright. Gucci Mane's a dork. Okay. Yeah, whatever, just... So I like that you're staying closer to your team, knowing that they do have 2 flankers. That's really nice, really nice sleep on that Hammond. Yeah, definitely pocket your tank, but I like that you're staying closer to your team, especially with like 2 flankers, because I mean that way they can peel for you more often. But yeah. I have a feeling that they're not going to.
I'm basically screwed when I'm alone, so
you shouldn't be particularly alone, especially knowing that they have flankers.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. I mean, you tried. But it was way off. You see that the Reaper's like wrecking you and you don't say anything and you don't turn around. Or Hammond or whoever. Okay. I don't know what to say about this though. I'm getting my non out.
Yeah, this map was this round was a disaster.
That was a really nice sleep on the
Rhine?
On the Rhine, yeah. I can't think of words. Did you call it out? I don't remember if you did.
I think I just kind of ignored him so he wouldn't try getting that fight. So he's staggered for a little bit.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what should happen. Although I do notice once or a few times that you slapped somebody and then immediately threw the nade at them and they got away.
Yeah.
So avoid doing that. That was a nice sleep. But I think you should have retreated a little bit further back with. So. I like that call out. Always tell them that their heals aren't there and they're coming. I was gonna try with that. I was gonna try with that too, but yeah, you should not be right there.
I don't know why I was there.
Oh, thank you for the resubs, Philo. Yeah, because you were like in the middle of the point. I mean,
and everyone else was behind me.
Yeah, so like there's like here's like the point square. Then there's like these 3 walls. You were right here. You could have at least, if you're gonna do that, well, I'd prefer you be like right here. But shoot in. You're a sniper. You're not a brawler. You're not like a Reaper or somebody. You shouldn't be in this, because that's where all the bad stuff's happening. You need to be back here, adding to the bad stuff from a distance. So, but or you might Chad you. Oh, that's not. Okay, there we go.
Nano boost is charging. Is that it?
Yeah, see, Yuzari was getting shot at by that Hammond and you were staring down that hallway. I don't know if that was bad. That was a nice sleep on a Reaper. Well, you don't have nade anymore. But... I mean, if you staggered out your... Well, I guess it wasn't that bad. Definitely. Yeah, like I said, just make sure you're staggering out your cooldowns a little bit. This doll looks weird.
Is that it?
Okay.
What are you talking?
My food. It looks weird.
Oh.
Lentils. Because, you know, vegetarian, that's all I eat. Indian food. Can't wait till I get my freaking car. Nice. Sleep on the hand. But see, you like, well, everybody was focusing on him, so that was okay. You know that there's a Pharah on you? I would probably be looking to try to get up on the left in that pagoda or whatever it's called. I would not be here. I would at least get behind that wall. That one. Yeah. I mean, I can't, like I said, I can't fault you too much because you don't play Anna. So I think you're just not in the Anna mindset. Like, you have to get into the mindset of your characters. And
like I have to be farther back, or
yes, you I think are thinking more of a not even Reaper. You're just Brigitte, I think, because you want to be up everybody's ass and in the middle of the shit. See, yeah, you shouldn't hug corner, just hug corners more. And also this right here, toxic, by the way. You know, you're a sniper. You can take out the fire too, you know. See, you'd get a lot more of shots. So when you scope in, I don't know if you know this, but when you scope in, it's like a triangle. There's your crosshair. Yeah. If the person is anywhere inside this triangle, it heals them. So you don't have to be like a headshot, you know. So if they're anywhere inside this triangle, it'll heal them. So that's why, I mean, I like to scope in more mostly because I just like being scoped in, which gets me killed a lot. But it also, I mean, it's a little more for...
Sorry, I'm in the esports room right now.
Nah, it's alright. I figured that as much. That's why you had to leave. But, yeah, so... that's why I like scoping in more, too, because it's a little more forgiving on the aim side. So it makes up for my shit aim. So, yeah, definitely... See how being too close almost got you killed there? I wouldn't have done that because you're so close to spawn. He was safe. You could have just shot him. So now you're down a cooldown. Scope in. That was nice. Get fucked, Hammond. Alright, so I think that was kind of unnecessary. You guys use like a lot of ults right there. So if you all had communicated that with each other,
then
you wouldn't have used so many ults. No, because you used Hammer Down, you used Nano Blade, and then I think you used another ult. I don't remember. I think it was just the three.
But then she died.
But I meant you.
Oh.
That's what I said. You used like 3 ults there. It was completely unnecessary. You? No, fam. If you're gonna be up this close, at least be behind the drum or one of the pillars. Honestly, I'm not the best. Like, I haven't quite figured out Busan 100%. I like to be up in here, in that pagoda. Or right here. Shooting in. Although, that's probably not the best. I need to, like, sit and think about it more. I kind of just rushed into Busan. Yeah, see, you are... First off, back to the enemy team, way ahead of everybody else. You know, people like spawn camp you, they would have just eaten you alive right there. That was nice killing a Reaper. Nade kills are so satisfying. See, I would stay like right there and just kind of like, or behind that stone maybe, or around this corner. I like the nice sleep. As for the Nano Cowboy, I kind of liked it, I'm not gonna lie, because it was like a final team fight before they won, and that gets his circles faster.
Plus, it kind of saved him from the Pharah too, which I didn't know the Pharah was gonna barrage him at that time.
So that's like awareness too, but to be honest, I probably wouldn't have picked up on that. I didn't pick up on it. But, I mean, like I said, like Electric Cowboy, I think isn't really that conventional. That's what they call it. But it does help him get his circles faster, so if you know he's ulting, then like that's okay. I didn't have any issue with it. See, yeah. If you're behind the pillars, like you kind of were there a little bit, it blocked you from his ult, didn't it? So if you do that with every bullet, see, not in front of his shield, but behind it, you would be blocked from a lot more bullets. And die less. I think you died like 15 times this game.
Probably.
Or at least 12. 12, 13 at least.
That's usually my average, a lot of heroes.
Yeah, like with Anna, I try to aim for at least less than 3. Why'd you just walk into that?
I don't know why I walked in it. Oh yeah, it's 13 right there.
Yeah, see. Like I said, on that little dot matrix thingy that I did, all but like 3, that was a nice sleep. Like all but 3 were positioning. And even those, like I said, I would probably argue positioning ultimately, but... No, these lentils taste weird. What the hell? I need to go grocery shopping.
Yeah, 13.
But like I said, 99.9% of the time, I don't even think I marked them all on here, but yeah. I know you keep arguing a lot that you aren't out in the open as much as you say you are, but having played with you and like seeing a lot of your lines, you really are. So, do you have Overwatch open?
I'm getting it open.
Okay, I wanna go. Oh, wait, how do you? Okay, let's go in there really quick. Oh no, drop frames. Qu'est-ce que c'est? You said you wanted Li Jiang because you were talking about the room.
Oh, Priv was talking about that giant tower in the middle of Legion Garden.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to. Okay. Okay. So, let me get my... I have so much crap on my desk, I need to clean it. Like, I've got my food all up in my face. Okay. So, pick Pharah, and my aim's ass right now because my hands are jacked, and also I haven't played because my hands are jacked. Just position how you normally would. Yeah. Oh, I turned the sound off. Yeah, but see, I can see you even though I missed all my shots. Oh, I really need to warm up. Hold on, let me turn my sound on. Although I did see that you were sticking by the tower a little bit more, so that's good. I mean, you're not going to be hidden 100% of the time, so... See, that was a little better. Although I would have ducked down faster. So, yeah, making sure that you're... God dang, I keep forgetting this crap's in Japanese.
Oh.
Maybe I forgot my game's Japanese. Okay, so knowing where the Widowmaker is or where the DPS is probably, I mean, because they're like the biggest threat to you. See, you're way out in the open. You shouldn't have been there. You should be like at least hugging this wall, I think, a little bit more. Yeah, my aim is ass. I can't. As far as being inside of here, I feel like that's not the best because you have like no real. I mean, yeah, you're gonna bump your head on. Yeah,
you said I should be firing from like out here onto the point.
Yeah, or through the windows if you can. So.
Same thing with the Pulse Shrine as well.
I'm gonna switch to Pharah, even though I'm ass at Pharah. So. Oh my gosh, she sounds like a dude in Japanese. So if you know like the enemy is right here, you can like use the roof, I think, a little bit. Like, I'm not good with like ammo or gas management, you know, but see, like the roof right here provides some good cover. See what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna like fuck people up on point, like maybe if you could stand in here a little bit, and then drop down. If you know everybody's brawling on point and are distracted from you, probably just. Then if somebody pressures you, you can drop in here, or come in here and get this health pack. And you don't even need to be flying probably all the time. You can probably still just put in some damage from the ground. Just throw them off maybe. You'll flank them a little bit. Come in from their own window. And if somebody is like coming around the edge, I mean, you can always just fly around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you can play Ring Around Rosie with them, and then if you need to, just like duck behind a wall, float behind a wall, or in the window or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see.
So, I mean, is that making any sense? That's why I get so frustrated when you say you have no idea, like, you're using cover because you're, like, not.
Like, it just seems in the game I'm using cover, like, I go like here, but I still get shot.
Then you're not using enough cover. Or, I mean, sometimes you just go to get shot. I mean, sometimes the DPS is just better than you. Yeah, come here, let me shoot you. Oh, whatever. Either way. Oh, God. Ah! Okay, either way. But you get what I'm saying? You said Nepal?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, which... Well, I guess it doesn't matter. I laugh every single time I hear it. Okay, let's try this. Wait, was this the one that you wanted? Or you wanted to try?
Yeah, this one's fine.
Okay, well... Okay, I could probably force... Do you know what...
Do I know what?
Oh, which number that is?
Which map are you looking for?
The Nepal. I don't know.
We're on Nepal.
I know, but I meant like map 2 of 3. You know what? I forgot how to do this. Either way. Oh, I actually.
You started the game.
Yeah. My bad. Is this Sanctum?
This is Sanctum, yeah, the one with the pit in the middle.
Is that not the one? Oh, that's not the one you wanted. Okay, well, let me try again.
I was just saying Shrine was the one that, like, Lijiang Tower Gardens. There we go, Shrine. I honestly should probably remember what each one is called, because I'm really bad at that. So, once again, just the same way. Wow. Like, if you had better field management than me, what you'd do. Because I don't play Pharah. Like, see how there's like little ledges. See what I mean? Yeah.
It's just the same. There's like these little turrets up here. Have more fuel, Pharah. Come on. You can even like get cheeky, probably. Ah, fuck. And not blow yourself up like I do. Every single time I play Pharah, I literally blow myself up every single time I play Pharah. Because I'm bad. It's just top Pharah gameplay with Neo if I don't barrage myself. Like I said, I mean this one has a little bit more room to get up in there, but I would probably still avoid it if you can't help it. Unless you're trying to like give them the old razzle dazzle and barrage from above, but I still probably wouldn't. I don't know. Again, I don't play Pharah that much, but this is just my thoughts as a sniper. stay hidden, like, you know what I mean? Just nothing pisses me off more. That, or if you're going to like just go balls to the wall, be on like literally on top of them. Because aiming straight up is a pain in my ass. And as Anna, I'm probably gonna want to be like right here. So, you know, that's a good place to aim, but not at me. Preferably. And like right here would be another place I would aim. I mean, as Anna, I would be. As Widowmaker, I'd probably be, you know, up here. Or by the elephant still, or...
Yeah, that's usually where they're at.
Yeah, so, I mean, like, places with, like, long sight lines is where my characters are gonna excel. So, just stay out of them. So, like, if you see right here, like, you could see all the way down there. And if you're just kind of, like, hanging out in the open like this, like, wee, you're gonna get your head blown off by a better Widow than me. Since I don't play Widow anymore, my aim's ass. Eh. Apparently so is my Pharah. Eh. I can't. Whatever, I give up. Yeah, so I mean, those are my thoughts. I mean, if anybody has other thoughts, then by all means. Everybody left my chat, so there's nobody in here, but yeah, so I mean, just try to do that more, like just skirt right here and just like keep these like rough ledges in mind. Although, like I said, the best way to really get used to your counters is to play as them, so you can get into their mindset. Or getting into complementary characters' mindsets. So, like, when I learned main tank, I was a better Anna for it because I understood the trials and tribulations of main tank, having been one. And I knew to pocket the Rhine better. Did you just sneeze?
Yeah.
Good and tight.
Oh, I didn't sneeze.
Oh, no, whatever. So I understood better what Rhines go through. And when to pocket them. So, you know, make sure, like, honestly though, Anna would be a really good, honestly, a fit for you, if you can just really learn on playing her. Because, not only will, as a healer, you will understand, what, from a DPS mindset, what your DPS would want as a healer. But also, as a DPS, you know what your healer is going through. And also, because Anna is a sniper and you are a Pharah, if you get decent with Anna, I mean, you're going to learn her sight lines and where she would want to be. And because Widow would probably be in similar positions, and you can see all the light. I mean, if you play Widow too, a little bit, you can see where she wants to be, and you can see where all these sight lines are that you're just hanging out in the middle of, and stay out of them. You see what I mean? Like, you gotta know your enemy. So that's why I like playing around, and that's why I like Mystery Heroes a lot, to be honest. Everybody hates on me for playing Mystery Heroes. Not only does it warm up different mechanics, but it gives me exposure to other characters, even if it's only for 30 seconds before I die. You know, it's, I mean, you get perspectives, other people's perspectives.
Right.
So, that's why I like warming up on Mystery Heroes, plus it's just fun. So, I think it's about all I had for you. Do you have any questions?
No, I guess I just gotta do some more positioning work and like quick play and stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I know Anna isn't your forte, but definitely I like spending at least 35-40 hours in quick play on a character before taking them to comp. Except for Zenyatta, I was learning him in comp. Same with Zarya. I shouldn't have been doing that, but I was. And I'm not doing too bad at Zenyatta, I think. But, Anna, you definitely need to play her in quick play. And
Yeah.
get 30-40 hours on her. I know that sounds like a lot. I mean, you can still play Pharah in the meantime. But you should grind out Anna and learn to scope in with her more. And one problem I have is I also like to impulse sleep like you do. So I whip a lot of my sleeps. But what we both need to learn is to not do that. Make sure. Are you standing on top? I shot your crotch. If you what was I even saying now? I got distracted. Oh yeah, you need to like take a breath before you aim and shoot your majigger. Because she does have a cast time.
Who, Anna? Or
She has a cast time on her sleep. That's what I said. It's kind of like maze. So you know how May kind of has like a little warm up before she actually fires the icicle? Like how it takes like a fraction of a second to shoot?
Yeah.
It's about the same cast time as Anna. So, you know. Ow, my jaw just popped. So yeah, so keep that in mind when you're going to aim. Because they're probably not going to be in the same position when you go to aim, so you gotta make sure you're tracking them. And, speaking of tracking, you know about Shirk 4's Iron Jesus training, right? Told you about it a million times. You should do it regularly.
Yeah, I've heard of it, but...
Yeah, you should do it regularly. I need to take my own advice there. But, because it will help with mechanics. Nothing else. I mean, by far, your mechanics aren't bad. Anna, they're terrible. Not gonna lie. And again, you're not used to her, so, I mean...
Yeah, I just waste sleep cooldowns, like, a lot.
I mean, I play hit scan, mostly. But since I haven't played I haven't played Widow in, like, a year. I can't aim for shit with her, because she is a different aim style than Anna a little bit. Because like I said, Anna's more forgiving. And I need to knock that off and stop relying on that. But, you know, that's something to keep in mind. So, you gotta remember Anna's like the most, like, intense character. Oh, I forgot. Oh, I didn't know that right click actually was your field too.
Yeah, space and right click.
Oh, I didn't know. Well, today I learned. Yeah, so, I mean, she's not gonna be easy to learn. Because her scope is hit scan, her unscoped hip fire is projectile, and it's a different speed from her sleep, which is also projectile. So you have to learn like 2 different projectile speeds, as well as scope. So definitely, if you're further away, definitely scope in. If you're like 10-20 meters away, you can hit fire. But also know that because it's hit scan, scoping in heals faster because it's instantaneous. So if somebody's critical, even if they're right in front of you, and you're in a safe position, obviously.
Oh, so it's faster.
Scope
just
in.
Unscoped?
Oh, hey, Whack Nation. Thank you for following. Yeah, unscoped is projectile, so it has travel time. But if you're hit scan, it's instantaneous.
Oh, okay.
So so if somebody's like really critical, like your Reinhardt, you need to scope it and just, you know, light his ass up with heal darts. Thank you so much. So yeah. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
I mean, these are just some general tips. Like I said, you're new to Anna, so I'm not going to overwhelm you, but there's just some general things to keep in mind. I would probably just pick 1 or 2 and just focus on that. 1 or 2 things at a time. I would definitely learn positioning first, because that's going to get you killed. What you do. I mean, you did. I mean, you died like 15 times that game. So, stop dying.
Yeah, well, technically 11 because 2 of them were from Pharah, but...
I mean, it was still a death. The most
Yeah.
useless thing that you can do in this whole game is die. If you're dead, you're not healing and you're not killing. The only time it's acceptable to die is if somebody else is dead and you need a reset, so you jump off a cliff. Okay? Well, I'll let you go home.
Alright.
Be safe driving home. And I hope I wasn't roasting. Oh, I finally killed you. I hope I didn't roast you too hard.
No, you didn't.
I only roast you because I care. So, you know. Wait. Yeah, there we go. It just isn't fair with Neo
Like, I was
if I
just
don't
trying to
blow myself
I
up.
wasn't that good with her to start off with, and kind of like her kit better than Moira's.
Who? Wait, I was holding myself when you said that. Say it again.
Oh, sorry. Like, Anna's probably like, it was my my worst main healer at the moment, and
I mean, she's
just
gonna be
wanna learn
everybody's
her.
unless you play her a lot.
Yeah, it's like Moira's my best, but I like Anna's kit better.
Yeah, I mean, Anna's kit's really good, but you have to... It takes meticulous planning and knowing when to do things. I mean, even I don't even have that down. So, I mean, I think... Who said it? It was either Spilo or Jane, because that's who I watch the most. They said, you have to be very deliberate with everything that you do as Anna. You know, it might have been my boy Stylosa. But either way, so you have to... I mean, I think if you look on Blizzard's website, like, each character has, like, number of stars of difficulty. I mean, I think she's a 3-star.
Out of 5?
3.
Oh.
Because Genji's a 3, I think Anna was a 3. Symmetra, she used to be a 3, but now she's like 1. You know, I mean... That's the reason why nobody in lower tier really play her. Because nobody knows how to play with her. And since... I mean, you're Plat, so people are more used to playing with her, but you have to realize that not everybody's going to know how to play with her because there aren't as many Annas as there are Mercies and Moiras.
Right.
So... You're not going to get as much coordination. And you're probably going to get a bunch of toxic feeding Genjis that are like, oh my god, Anna, you're garbage, heal me. And they're hiding like in a freaking hallway on the other side of the map.
And you also get the ones that request nano boost.
Yeah. They're like, oh my god, give me nano. Like, you've already won the team fight. And there's no point, you know. So that's another thing you have to do. Remember, it also heals 200 health. But it's also good to initiate sometimes. But you have to make sure you know what everybody's ult is at. And I don't think I've seen you push tab once. Except in between deaths. I don't press tab enough myself. So that's something I try to keep in mind.
I normally press tab a lot.
I try to rely more on ult tracking on my team side. I'm really bad at ult tracking on the enemy side. But I try to keep it on the... Hey, Okronos. I try to keep it on my side, you know? So, I don't press the tab as much as I should, but that's because I have a general feel. Like, one time first 6k I ever got, I was playing with my friend Ragnaros, and I could sense that he had ult. That was before he had ult percentages, and I didn't press tab. I just saw the way he was positioning himself, and that he hadn't ulted in a while, you know, and I just kind of like tracked it on my own team, and I was like, alright, we're gonna go in, Q. And he freaking got a 6k. He didn't even ask for it, like, I just gave it to him, and we both, like, understood each other, so, like, that's not only really good synergy between you and your team, but also, you know, just keeping track of people's ults, even on your own team, so. Ult tracking goes 2 ways. But, like I said, I'm really bad at that, so that's something I'm learning too. You know, so, it's totally Plat chat. I mean, obviously, if we get higher tiers, my advice is probably completely wrong, but It works for this tier.
Yeah.
I need to get my mechanics up to snuff, I think. I mean, it's not the worst thing. I mean, most of it seems to be game sense, and that's the reason why I'm trying to increase it. Like, learning how to coach, you know. Can't do, teach. Am I right? So, that and my hands are gimpy anyway. So, like I said, like, in order for me to climb, I needed to increase game sense a little bit. So, if I keep yelling at other people, maybe it'll sink into myself. Okay, well, like I said, I'm gonna let you go.
Alright. Thank
I
you.
need to eat my food, and I hope that helps. So, alrighty. I'm gonna close out Overwatch and stop streaming. So, have a good night and be careful driving home. And thanks for trusting me with your VOD review. Oh, hey, hey Squee, sorry. It's like I get the most viewers right before I close the stream out. I'm gonna probably get out of this chat. Alright, see you, Gio.
See ya.
It's like I always get the most viewers right before I quit streaming, so I'm sorry. But I'm about to leave because I have to eat my dinner and take a shower and go to bed, so obviously you can go back and watch it if you were really that interested in my Plat chat coaching. But like I said, I'm new to coaching, so don't judge me too hard. I'm getting coached on coaching by Contenders Coach, so I got somebody looking over my shoulder. Alrighty, well, I will see you later, and thanks for tuning in. GG, bye bye.